Welcome to Your Retirement Lifesaver with Elise Roberts. This show's mission is to share financial knowledge that brings you peace and abundance for your financial future. Let today's planning remove tomorrow's uncertainty. Let's turn it over to our host, Elise Roberts.
Welcome to the next episode of Your Retirement Lifesaver. And with me, I have today Donnie and Adam, two of our clients. And thank you so much, guys, for joining me. It's always good to see you anytime, especially first thing in the morning. You got your coffee?
Got the coffee.
Awesome.
We want a mug.
So Donnie, let's talk a little bit.
Okay.
Talk to me a little bit about what is your greatest, one of the greatest financial advices, either one of you actually, Donnie, Adam, this is going to be a kind of a fun share as we go. One of your greatest financial advice that you would give to my audience, based on your own experience?
To have a system in place, well, first of all, don't outlive your money. And second of all, have some of your money set so that you cannot outlive it, so that there is an income stream that you can predict is going to continue as long as you continue.
And again, that doesn't mean not taking risks with some of your other money, but having some money in, like you had said to me earlier, more diversified in different places. Correct?
Yeah, I was in a situation earlier in my life where I invested very heavily in a certain segment of the market. And when that segment decided to go south, it took me with it. And I lost substantial amounts of money. And that taught me that diversification was key to financial health.
I really appreciate you sharing that. And one thing I like to share with the audience as well is diversification, depending on who you're talking to, can have a different meaning. Most financial professionals who give advice, they think that, and they say that stocks, bonds, and mutual funds, you're diversified. Don't you hear that?
Oh, I heard that and I followed that and I found it wasn't true.
It's not true. That's just a lie. I mean, stocks, bonds, and mutual funds are all in the same basket. So they're all in the risk basket. So you have to have some money somewhere else. So when the market does go backward, you don't lose all your money or half of all your money, that you have a cushion. And one of the ways that we prevent that from happening is we follow the rule of 100, where we've had episodes on that. Please go back and look at our other episodes. The rule of 100 is really the key foundation to protecting your retirement. So I really appreciate you sharing. I know you had this time in your life where you learned diversification for a whole new definition. And I appreciate that. And I think that's important to share. But I will take it a step further. I believe true diversification is not just having your money in different places and different baskets where some can't go backwards, but also diversifying your advisors. So you have checks and balances. You need one for the risky money, one for the safe money, so that those checks and balances truly protect you. Most advisors don't want you to do that, but you should. And I'm going to recommend it because this way you find the best at each segment. If someone's working in stocks, bonds, and mutual funds, they need to be the best at that and focus on that. And you need that expert. When you're looking at the safe side and the guaranteed income, that's where I come in, and you need an expert. You need that person who that's what they do at 100%. So I think that's really key too, is that true diversification.
I see. Sounds good.
So tell me a little bit, what kind of lesson, tell me a highlight of the lesson you learned. Tell me something that stands out for you in the lesson that you learned about diversification, or what happened to you when you were so heavily in that one segment of the market and ended up losing a lot of money.
Lesson. Well, the lesson obviously is do not put all your eggs in one basket. My basket turned to have a very poor handle on it. And when the handle broke, as I said, it took all my investment with it. I also learned that following the advice, I'm an attorney. So following the advice of any one person to the exclusion of everyone else can often be very detrimental.
It's dangerous. Yes. Thank you so much for sharing that. It's so important that people diversify their advisors. And they tend to say, that's my advisor, and they do everything. The problem is they can't do everything. I tried it. Back in the 90s, I tried it. I was doing the investment side. I was doing the safe side. I was trying to do everything. And my dad came to me one day and he said, pick a side. You cannot serve two masters. And it stuck with me, and he's right. So I choose the safe side at this part of my career. And I really appreciate you sharing that with us. So now that we've shared a little bit with our audience and we got to know you guys and a little bit about what happened to you and why we are working together, and I appreciate that. But now I would love it if you would share a fun fact about you guys, about you, both of you, something in your life. Just share a fun fact for our audience. So take it lightly.
A fun fact, meeting my then boyfriend online back in the day of Craigslist, when they had personal ads before they were removed.
You're so old.
I met this handsome young man.
Oh.
And not knowing what he did professionally, we didn't go there. We were texting, email back and forth, but never came out what you did professionally. I was an architectural draftsman. He was a lawyer, but we didn't know that. And my being a sober person, going to AA, I've met a lot of felons in there that are sober and great people. But my issue is, it's funny, is when we finally agreed to meet for lunch, Adam said, I should be out of court by 1:00. So why don't you meet me around 1:30? I said, okay, great. And we were done. I thought, out of court. Oh no, he could be a felon, or he could be an attorney. Turned out he was a felon. No, I'm kidding. He's a lawyer. And we've been together 13 years. It all worked out. We got married a year ago, and life is great here in Florida. And we got to meet you.
Oh, thank you so much, guys. I appreciate knowing you, having you in my life. You guys really are truly fun to be around, and we love having you coming in the office, coming to our events, and I appreciate you sharing your experience with our audience. So, and I learned something I didn't know today about how you met, and that story about you thinking, oh no, another felon. So that's pretty cute. All righty, guys. Thanks so much, and I'll see you really soon, okay?
This show is sponsored by Secure Today Financial. Thank you for being our guest. Never hesitate to reach out to our host, Elise Roberts. She considers every relationship important and thoroughly loves to help people gain peace in their finances. Elise's contact information is below, and we'll see you on the next episode.